dog has seen a little pack of wolves up ahead. We'll give him a little bark, shall we? Alright guys, so back again, this time for a training video. First things first, just taking the little dogs out for a walk. They're getting their exercise in before we're about to smash it for a bike run session. It's been a while since we last done one of these. The last video you might have seen on the channel was how the Olympic triathlon race was done, and that did seem to get quite a good reception, so I think I'll do another one of those, probably how the Ironman European Champs in Frankfurt was won. But first things first, today we're going to do a training video. Got a race coming up, Ironman Chattanooga on the 29th of September. The crisp packet race, basically downstream swim and a packet of Doritos can do it in under an hour. So it suits perfectly to my skill set of being strong on the bike and strong on the run, but a swim is a weakness. So just getting getting the boy and the girl out for a little walk, and then the plan is to do about a 3 hour ride, 3 to 3.5 hours, do some hill reps at above threshold power, which take about just under 3 minutes, 2 minutes 45 to 3 minutes. Ride back down as recovery. I think I'll do between 6 and 8 of them, and then we'll do a bit of easy riding, and then probably 3 15-minute tempo efforts or 2 20-minute tempo efforts. Come back, get changed, and then go for a run and do a few intervals off the bike, probably mile reps, a bit slower than threshold pace, probably about 5:30 per mile with 60 to 90 seconds jog recovery. All right then guys, so that's the plan, and I'll catch you later. So on the way out to the hill, I was thinking 8 reps. It's going to take me about 2 minutes 45, around 400 to 420 watts would be good. Surpassed that so far. First rep straight in, 437, felt good. Every other rep has been 437 or 436, so really consistent, only 1 watt difference. Very surprised. Also, going up the hill 15 seconds quicker than what I would normally, so that's very promising. Got to admit, it is a tailwind up there, but I have done this before in all kinds of conditions, and I don't think you gain 15 seconds from that, so that's very promising to see. Hopefully I'll be able to keep it up. Now I've set the stall up of them being over 430 to start with. That's going to be the goal, is to try and average over 430 watts from them. And what you'll notice is with this hill is it starts off fairly steep, then there's a bit of a downhill, and it forces you to kind of click through the gears and keep the cadence up. You're normally spinning that bit about 100 RPM, and then you hit a hill again to the finish. So it's really varied that in the fact that you can't just stick to 80, 90 RPM and grind your way up the hill and get it done. You have to change cadence. It goes steep at the start, flat, downhill, fast, steep to the finish, so keeps you honest. So yeah, we'll keep going, aim for this power, over 430 watts. Did a 20-minute test when I got back into cycling after taking a bit of a break to reset my zones, did some other testing as well. But the 20 minutes anyway was 395 watts. I've undoubtedly improved a bit before then. When I did it, I hadn't really done anything, but I was extremely fresh, and got my heart rate to the highest I've seen in years on the bike, and was in a whole world of shit, let's put it that way. So yeah, 430, I'll take that. Then it's the tempo bits, which is quite easy. This is the beef of the session really. The tempo is just to get a decent bit of volume in at a reasonable power output before the Ironman. So let's crack on. Done, 2 more to go. Got some dodgy old Dutch techno playing. The Running Man. Hill reps are all finished. Just a bit of easy riding, and then go into the tempos. I can feel that. Goosebumps on my arms, hair standing up. They're pretty tough, but that's how we like it. Train hard, win easy. plan so far. Got the tempos coming up. About 10-15 minutes till we start them. When did you speak to him?
After I spoke to you.
Oh right, yeah, I don't think he's coming in. Because he rang me when I was doing hill reps.
Oh, did he?
And I'm like, mate, like if you're coming, you're coming. Like I'll see you there. Like,
you're doing hill reps, you're like, don't interrupt.
Yeah, I'm like, mate, just if you're coming, meet me there at 22. If you're not, don't like. Because it was like the music was playing, and then it stops, doesn't it? And you've got when someone rings you.
Yeah.
How was the bike then?
Bike ride went really well. Decent powers. Started off at 3:30 for the tempos and got up to 3:40 for the last one. So that was really good. We'll put the stats on the screen for the ride and everything. Just waiting for Jacob. Now I've got to get changed. Maybe these two will be joining us. Maybe if Laura comes. We'll see what they got in the locker. So yeah, we've got about 15 minutes till we've got to leave to head over to the to Eaton Park for the run session, which will be 6 by a mile, and I think I'll start off 2 at 5:40 per mile, 2 at 5:30, and then 2 at about fresh old 5:20 pace. Minute easy jog in between. Training shoes, non-carbon. Getting the electrolytes in, mate. You could do with some of that, couldn't you?
I could have done about 2 weeks ago, yeah.
1,000 milligrams of sodium.
Yeah.
What's in here? Do you reckon that's enough? What do you reckon, mate? Is that up to your standard?
I did have some. Got through it too quick.
And then these, if you really want to hit, this is what you want. Caffeine gels, 30 grams carbs, 100 milligrams of caffeine. Almost as much caffeine as Red Bull in that. Thank you for your order, Joe. Enjoy, Ashley and the team.
Yeah, which is a bit crazy, really.
It's going to be tough. That toilet absolutely stunk.
Yeah, it's rank, isn't it?
You know what it reminds me of? What? You know, like a hamster's cage when you're a kid and you have a hamster. It reminds me like
tip it out the window.
Yeah, it reminds me like of a massive hamster's cage. It stinks.
It's just not nice, is it?
No.
Just, you know, like, it's not much to keep clean either, really.
No.
A couple of toilets. But...
All right, we'll just crack on. If we see it, we can just jump in. How are you? How are your legs feeling?
Yeah, not too bad. Yeah, all right. So, yeah.
Plan is we're going to start off 2 miles at 5:40.
Yeah.
2 miles at 5:30. 2 miles at 5:20.
Yeah, I reckon I'll be definitely all right for the first 2. We'll see about the last 2.
We'll see. But yeah, I said to
I
Jacob, if you wanted to, you could always have a 30-second buffer, so you can start the first 2 miles slower, like at 5:50, and then you could do one at like 5:40, and then if we caught you after like for the reps number 4, then you wouldn't have as many to run faster.
Yeah, all right. Well, we'll see. I'll get the first one done. I reckon I'll do. Except running into Great Yarmouth at 20 past 10 won't be beautiful, but you know.
That is quite good though, because you do get a lot of people cheer you on.
Yeah, you do. Yeah.
Because they're all out on a night out. And thinking, what the f is going on?
I've worked.
But do you go through Great Yarmouth now? Because
Yeah,
you
go in and sort of zigzag around and cross over, so you still go just into the first top bit. So yeah, all right.
Yeah.
I worked at Brighton Marathon for a good few years, and getting up at like 4 in the morning to set the course out, and all the drunks like walking down the road. You've got all these signs to lay the course out. It's quite slow. It'll be fun. It'll be fun.
What Hoka ones are they? Are they the Max?
Yeah, Max 5 these. I like these. They're quite. I mean, these need replacing, but they're quite. They're a bit of a mixture. I find them quite light, quite nice to run in. I do. To be fair, once we're Hoka for about maybe 5 years now. I just know I can buy 10.5 in it or whatever. They're just good.
Looks like you found him.
Joe, are you going to keep this music on?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I was meant to do 5k for 3 days, so I think it's going to be a bit more than 5k.
Oh yeah, what? Because you're getting back from an injury?
No, it's just a bit of a break now. I haven't really got any races, so...
Alright, so it's basically just starting off at 540s for 2, 530s, 520s.
Yeah.
So the first 2 should feel like quite comfortable.
Yeah.
And then instead of doing all 6 at 530, I thought it's better to start off a bit slower and then we'll finish at like threshold pace for the last 2.
This is my tune, this is my choice. Ready?
2, check, a 1, 2, I'm going in, is that an L? W is still a win. Got it off the muscle, all I know is hustle, all I know is making something out of nothing. What you think they see it? I had to hop in the kitchen, I'm really on fire, you know ignited, yeah. I know some people don't like it, I'm moving with flavor, they probably a bite it, yeah. Trendsetter, being better, I can't take the credit, yeah, wait. Been on fire, boy, that's flambe. Only time you see my head down is when I'm praying. When my back is turned, the only time they wanna see it. Water on me, flow is cold as ice, I'm finna trade, yeah. And serve it to the people, they need hope, it's no delay. It's the odds against me.
We averaged faster than we went for the first 2 1 miles.
I went even far for a 10k pace. My 10k is 325, 324 on Sunday.
Yeah, you must have. Go on, Kevin. You underperformed in that then, didn't you?
That's what I mean. I know I did that.
I think Kevin's enjoying it and he's gone for another lap. Decent session, let's go through the paces then. Average heart rate 156, so pretty good to be able to get it up that high. So we'll get the mile splits. I'll add 2 seconds on because I've got it for 1600, so it would have been 35, 39, 26, 27, 18 and then 511. That's what the mile splits would have been. Adding 2 seconds on, we've only got it for 1600. And the recoveries were, just having a look at a few of them, around 440 pace average, 420 for one of them, 430. Yeah, so I'd say we average about 440 per kilometre for the recovery for the minute. So, solid. That's the day done. Catch you later, guys. Our average pace was quicker than our first 2 miles.
Yeah.
Like our first 2 miles were slower than what we averaged.
Yeah. Mine won't be, but I held on all right.
What did you do for the last 2?
I think they were about 5:55, so they were all right. I was hoping to be a bit quicker, but
5:55.
yeah,
miles.
miles. I don't do kilometres.
Yeah, for the last 2 1 miles.
Yeah.
What? So you were slower for your last 2 than your first 2?
Yeah.
Really?
So, yeah, I was. I think a little bit faster on 1, 2, and 3. 4 was quite hard work for me, and then I capitulated quite early in 5.
You didn't have the tunes.
That's it. I couldn't keep close enough to the tune.
You didn't have the Dutch techno.
Zombie Nation to get you around.
Didn't have that tempo.
That Zombie Nation was a
But
great
you
one.
know what? Got it done, eh?
Why did you stop early?
Oh, a bit too much relaxing.
You're such a fucking fan.
Mate,
Just got it done, right?
Save my
He is
legs,
such
mate.
a fucking pussy.
Oh.
I saw you standing there and I feel like shaking my head. I thought, oh,
Mate, I looked behind after that bit for sure.
fucking hell.
Oh no.
Get some balls. Why couldn't you run with him?
It's getting it done when it's hardest.
It is, yeah, why couldn't you run with him?
Do you think
So you fucking drop him on rep 4 and then go too hard and then on rep 5 you fucking sat out.
He's had a rest.
It's like,
Just get it done, don't you?
yeah, he should have run with you, shouldn't he? He was like ahead of you, and when he
Yeah, that
stopped,
one,
you
yeah.
must have thought, oh my god.
Yeah, well, I
like,
just stopped passing for my mile. My recovery was down to about here, and then off I went.
if he was at a coach session, the coach would be fucking swearing at you.
Yeah.
If I was coaching,
Yeah,
I'd
you're
stand
my
there, I'd have said, what are you doing? Go and kick you up the arse and got you going.
You got it because that's like in a race, isn't it? When it gets
Yeah.
tough.
You can't, where's your fighting spirit?
Yeah, you got to
Yeah.
get
So you want to race well, but then in training you're fucking walking because you go too hard. How are you going to dig in a
I
race?
didn't want to trade through the fatigue.
Oh my god, you mate.
Look,
Thought you wanted to be
we
running.
all ran 10k Sunday.
Thought
You
you
two a
wanted-
little bit quicker than me, but
thought
I
you wanted to
have
be
got
running
20
30
You're
ones
far behind me, mate.
in your 10k.
48, what you
I
do?
will. 30,
But then you put out on the
58.
There you go.
50.
So look at that. Nice. Yeah.
Training's where it counts, mate. You're going to be tapered for the
Consistency
races.
makes
Yes,
all the
consistency.
Does make
You should have gone a bit easier if you knew you were going that hard. But your ego was writing checks your body couldn't cash.
Mate, to be fair, he done,
Weren't it?
mate, he done the same as what I done Sunday.
Exactly,
mate.
and you
Yeah,
still
hit
finished.
8K.
And you still finished it.
Mate, hit 8K, I gave up, mate.
You did it on
That's
Sunday,
round.
and you finished it.
Yeah. You just got. Yeah. That is the difference. I mean, nothing more than your.
All
event,
you
but,
had to do on rep 4
Yeah.
was knock it back a little bit.
I'm feeling alright.
You could have walked the 1 minute if you really wanted to. Then you could have joined up with Kevin and you could have run with Kevin.
Yeah.
You didn't have to go so hard that you would capitulate,
Mate,
did you?
you care too much
And you
about
weren't
the
even
average,
really
mate.
capitulating.
You care too much about the
You know
average.
what? Yeah, you know what he thought? I know what he thought. He thought, Danny's pulling away from me and I beat him on Sunday. I must be having a really bad day. That's what he thought in his head. If Danny's pulling away from me, I'm not carrying on because something's wrong with me. But I think you run better today than what you did on Sunday.
Yeah, I did. I was only a minute off my 10k.
You look really comfortable.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I was. I was
Really
until the last one. And I just said to you, I was like, I'll take it. I'll see what I got.
And he couldn't hack it that you were outrunning him today.
The thing is,
Whereas
like,
so you can't always be on top of your game every day.
That digging deep bit in it, like I say, nothing more than in your events is so tough. But like in any race, cross country race, you know, if you're struggling, the bloke behind you struggling, the bloke in front of you struggling. So you got to go. You got to find that extra 2%. If you find
you can easily beat him in a cross country race, don't you, Danny? Just put a dig in, he'll feel the lactate, he'll fucking pull out.
He's out.
You know what he's made of? He ain't got the minerals like you, mate. You know, if you'd have known how much of a pussy he was today, you'd have probably beat him on Sunday.
He went round me.
On
Mate.
the comments, let us know if you think Jacob should have bit his tongue and finished it. Do you think he should have took it easier on rep 4 and carried on rep 5 and 6, or did he do the right thing?
And he had company, right?
And he had company. He wasn't going to be by himself. He had company. Let us know in the comments.
Alright, they'll be on my side. Trust me.
No, they won't.
I'll comment as well.
And Jacob, he's going to set up about 100 YouTube usernames now, commenting he did the right thing. Definitely did the right thing. Yeah. Jacobockle 1, Jacobockle _2, _3, about a million of them. All right, so it's just a kit. I was going to say it certainly wouldn't be his. He certainly wouldn't be his fighting spirit that you'd want a picture of. There you go.
Yeah, with you come in, just only another one.
You want one with him?
I'm famous,
No,
man.
no, just you come in.
Me?
Come in. Yeah.
Wait, you want to get him, mate? Yeah. Go on.
Who's that? Don't know why you want a picture of this guy. Who's that?
You know what to caption that, mate. One of these.
Thank you very much.
One of these athletes finished the session.